Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and a new video on survival multiplayer with Daggerwin, and possibly the final video on this series as well. Just been having a word with Daggerwin and he thinks it's probably about time to finish. We are pretty much finished the harvest now. We've only got 2 more fields to do. Daggerwin's just starting the second to last field, and then we've got field 15, which is just a tiny field. That one also will be ready very soon. That one looks like it'll be ready in November though, it's not ready yet. So we'll be probably skipping time a bit this episode just to get everything sorted out and finished. But yeah, I think we are about there really. There's not much more we can do. I think most of you are probably sort of thinking it's about time to move on. We have been on this one for quite a while now, since the game pretty much came out, which was in October I believe, or November was it? Late October I think. I forget now, it's been a while. So yeah, I think it's about time we probably moved on. Let's look at harvesters. There we go, we've got another one here, so we might as well jump into this one. This is the one Daggerwin normally uses, but he's already beat me to it to get into the John Deere this time, so I'm in the case. I won't be an awful lot of help to him, I don't think, because that John Deere takes up most of the crop. This one is a relatively small combine in comparison, although if you compare it to what we started off with, this is quite a big combine, but compared with our current John Deere, it is not very big at all. It is an amazing combine, that John Deere. It's very, very wide. The issue, of course, is the compatibility of the headers between each other. We have to work at opposite ends of the field, otherwise it just won't work. So I'm hoping Daggerwin will work the other side, where the runs are longer, and I'll work this side of the field and do that. Let's just see if we can get the steering assistance on again. It doesn't like it when there's another field right next to it. There we go. Right. Yeah, it keeps picking up that field for some reason. I have that a lot. But yeah, I will. I need to unfold first. I will continue anyway with this harvest as much as possible. I'm going to contribute very little to the harvest because, like I said, Daggerwin's combine is a lot bigger, but I'll do what I can just to speed the job up a bit, and then we'll see what we're doing after that. Right, so that is that field harvested. I was going to move the combine to the next field, ready to harvest that one, but then found out it was a corn field, so we can't harvest that with our combine header that we've got at the moment. We have to use a corn header, which we do have, I think, for the John Deere, somewhere anyway. Probably is in the new shed, I would imagine. But yeah, we don't have it for that case combine, so we can't harvest it with that one, so there's no point going there. So I've had to bring it back to the yard again. Not the end of the world, just it would have saved a bit of time, that was all. Wow, there's a lot of lettuce over there. That's going to need selling as well. There's so much to do. Daggerwin wants to finish today, but we're going to struggle, I think, because, well, unless we just don't sell everything. He's even talking about possibly selling some of the equipment. I'm not sure whether we're going to be selling all the equipment or not. I don't know whether, because we don't normally do that on a series like this. It's normally on the competitive series that we sell everything to find out who won, but on these regular sort of survival series we don't well, we don't need to sell everything, I suppose. What should I do with this wool? It needs to go over to that rope makers, really. I'll put it on this trailer, I think. Not that keen on using this skid steer for loading pallets. It does have a bit of a mind of its own. It starts to sort of, just the slightest turn of the steering wheel, it starts to spin around, which makes precision loading of pallets pretty hard. I do prefer a normal conventional forklift. It does the job, but it's just not as easy, especially not in multiplayer. Maybe it is easier in single player, but certainly it does have a habit of just saying just turn when you don't want it to, which can be a bit hard work. But there's not too many pallets here. We've pretty much loaded them all already. There's only, is it one more? Yeah, for some reason it only spawns 5 pallets, which is, I don't know why it does that. I wish it would just spawn 6. There's 6 spaces for pallets, but it only spawns 5. I don't know why. Because it used to, but apparently Daggerwin's, I was talking to Daggerwin about it, and he said that even on his single player series it's only spawning 5, even though there's 6 pallet spaces here. So yeah, I don't know what that's about. It's a bit strange. On FS25 it always spawns 6. It's a small sheep enclosure. There's also loads of sawmill pallets to load as well. So we're going to do that if Daggerwin isn't already doing that. Well, I say loads, there's a few more. They've already got quite a lot on the trailer. But yeah, there are a few. And Daggerwin was just saying there was a suggestion that we should split the money in half. Whatever we earn in this series, split it in half and use that as the starting money for the next series. I thought we were doing a competitive survival challenge where you start with 0 in the bank. But apparently he did a vote on the map. A lot of you have been voting for that, and you voted for a map that isn't really suitable for a sort of start from scratch style map. I haven't actually looked. I honestly don't know what maps won. I haven't looked recently. I looked the day you put the poll out, but I don't know what actually won. So you'll have to let me know. I'll probably check after recording this video. So I'm not sure what map we'll be doing next at the moment. But apparently Daggerwin said it was a map that wasn't really suitable for a survival series, so we might just be doing a regular competitive series, not a start from scratch with a no man's land style. It's not going to be one of those, I don't think, unfortunately, because well, I say unfortunately, it might be still good. I don't know. I haven't even seen the map. Maybe it's a really good map. I don't know. I haven't seen it. But yeah, I was thinking we would be doing a start from scratch style survival competitive multiplayer, but it looks like it's possibly going to be just a regular competitive multiplayer series, not a survival challenge based on the map that's won apparently. But I do need to see that for myself. So I'm guessing it's a map that already has pre-built yards and fields and stuff, a bit like this map, rather than a sort of no man's land or was it Corpy? It was called, the other one that we did, a really good series last year, the FS22 competitive, or Snow. It was a co-op survival series, wasn't it, that one? That was a good map. The first time I played on that map, and that was good. Makes a change from No Man's Land. Although No Man's Land is a really good map, we have played it a few times now. So it is nice to try some different maps out. Oh, there we go. That's yeah, it's doing it now. When you just slightly touch the wheel, or even I don't even think I moved the wheel then, but it starts to turn just as you don't want it to. Oh, that's going to fall off again. That was close. Yeah, these pallets need to be sold really. I don't know when we're going to sell them. I think January is the best month, but whether or not we're going to get to January, I don't know. We might just start selling them now or in November. We were going to be moving to November because that cornfield still needs harvesting, but we probably won't get beyond December. I don't know. So anyway, that's most of these pallets moved, and there's a load there as well, but they're behind the tanker, which I can't actually get to. I can get to the ones outside, but they need to go on the trailer really, don't they? I've put the wool on there. Daggerwin is moving some pallets over at the mill, I can see, with the telehandler. I prefer the telehandler over this, that's for sure. What shall I do now? Where's the lorry? There we go. That's still got the soybeans in it, so that needs to go to the silo. We shouldn't have grown soybeans really, because the best price for soybeans is June, and we're not going to be going to June in this series. if we're finishing today, we're probably not even going to get to December, so they're going to be sold at a bad price, I'm afraid, which is not good. But it doesn't really matter too much. It's only 20,000 litres, and we've got over £1 million in the bank, so it's not going to make much difference. The majority of the crops we've got in storage will be sold at their best price, because they are usually at the best price in about December, so that's when we'll be selling most of the things. There is quite a lot in storage at the moment. Anyway, I will get this tipped, and then we'll put this on the flatbed trailer, I think, and then we'll get that loaded up with pallets. As you can see, I got fed up with that other forklift or skid steer. I can't get on with the track machines, I'm afraid, at all. It's I find them very hard work. Even the tractors can be a bit of a pain, but certainly loading anything with a tracked machine I find very hard. They just turn all the time, even when you don't want them to. I know it's probably some sort of compatibility thing between my steering wheel, or any steering wheel, and machine. Probably it's more designed for a keyboard or controller setup rather than a steering wheel, but yeah, I just personally don't like them. So I have bought myself a forklift just to get them loaded a bit more efficiently, because I wouldn't get on with the skid steer. And we're not allowed to use a self-loading trailer because it's a survival challenge, even though obviously, as many of you have pointed out, the challenge kind of has gone now because we are at 1.2 million in the bank. But even so, it is still the point of the series, and we are not going to use a auto-load trailer. We're going to load them manually because that's what we do. So yeah, I bought myself a forklift, and we're going to get these lettuce pallets loaded up. And I was absolutely amazed to see that all the wool that I just moved is already back again. So that must have been like in a queue or something, I suppose. Must have been queuing up to spawn, and I should have known that really, but I didn't. So we had it all to move again. If I'd known that, I would have waited and taken it all in one load. But now it's full again. So we need to move those two. I'll move them before we start loading the lettuce, I think. And then we'll go on to moving or loading the lettuce up. Of course, one of the lettuce pallets fell over because the skid steer decided to sort of have a spasm rather than put it on the trailer. It sort of decided to turn, and that didn't go too well. Anyway, yes, let's jump back in the forklift. So this is our new forklift. Not going to get much use, but I just don't want to use the skid steer to load all these pallets up, so we've got a proper machine to do it with. Yeah, so I'll move these wool pallets. How many, let's just check the animals. Sheep, wool, no, it's saying 0, so yeah, I don't know, maybe that's because it spawned exactly 5 pallets again. I don't know, a bit strange, but I'll move these out of the way anyway, and then if more want to spawn they can do, but we won't be taking these to the wool, the rope, sorry, we won't be taking these to the rope makers just yet, because we're going to load the lettuce first of all. I'll just stack them, what I was going to do before anyway, but just stack them here for now, and then we'll move them in a bit. So yeah, I will get on with moving these pallets now. That was a lot of loading, but we are there. Okay, so I think what we'll do now is put the lettuce onto selling rather than storing, because I think we've got enough. And we're not going to lose too much. At this time of year we're still going to get a reasonable amount. If it sells whatever we get, it will sell. It'll still be a reasonable amount of money, so we'll do that. And the bakery will have more bread to load, so we'll head up to the bakery next, I think. The wool needs to go to the rope maker, but that is quite slow. For some reason that rope maker gets through the cotton from the cotton bales extremely fast, but it seems to be getting through the wool pallets quite slowly. So I'm not sure whether we're going to be able to process all of those. But we'll head up towards the bakery now, and I'm sure there's quite a few bread pallets to load. Of course we don't actually have a spare trailer at the moment. We'll have to empty one of them. Either of them really. The wool or the lettuce pallets need to be unloaded, and then we'll have a spare trailer to load the bread onto. I'm guessing the bread's best price might be around now as well, December time. Daggerwin's just in the cornfield finishing off. There's not much left to do in there. It's almost done. Oh, it looks like he's just got full though. He needs a trailer. Should have taken him a trailer really, I forgot about that. I didn't actually know he was in there, so yeah, should have done that. Anyway, yes, here we are at the bakery. So I did already move a few pallets a few episodes back, just to give it more space to spawn more. So we'll continue to move these out of the way and get them stacked. Although I'm kind of double handling them here, so it would be better really to have a trailer here ready and we can just load the straight onto the trailer rather than stacking them on the ground and picking them up again and putting them on the trailer. That would, yeah, maybe I should do that. I think, well, if we take the wool, oh, there's quite a few rope pallets there, or 3 anyway. Yes, this is the wool load, so this could go to the rope makers. It's 10,000 litres though. I don't know whether it will take all of that, because it is, like I said, it's getting through it really slow. It will take it, but it would almost fill it. I'm not sure why it's taking so long to produce rope with the wool. But a few of you did say that. You said it wasn't worth it. Well, I think you were talking about the wool rather than... Wow. Oh, don't you just love multiplayer? Yeah. So it's it's alright with the cotton, but just not with the wool, it seems. Anyway, I will take this down there anyway, and we'll drop it off at the rope maker, and then we'll take the trailer back to the bakery and we can get those pallets loaded up. I think that's the most bread I've ever seen on a trailer. Yeah, we've got quite a lot of bread pallets. We spawned even more, of course, when we skipped forward to December. We've got even more spawned, so we're almost full. We've got room for a few more on the back, but not many. It's pretty much full load, although we could have probably stacked higher if we really wanted to, but I think too high, well, it's fine because we fitted it all on, but yeah, too high is fine. So yeah, we'll get these sold at the small farm kiosk, if we can get in there without crashing into stuff, and we'll see how much we get for this bread. Hopefully it will go in one go. It won't, no, we've missed two, but wow, pretty good. Yes, not going to complain at £237,000, and we haven't even sold it all yet. Still another pallet, or 2 pallets, which didn't quite get in the sell point. Might be best not to sell the machines. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be selling the machines. There we go. Another 14,000 almost for just 2 pallets, wow. Yeah, I think it would take too long. If we're going to finish this episode today, we are not going to be able to finish it today if we're going to sell the machines as well. It takes long enough to sell the pallets and stuff. And of course, typically, I didn't mention this, but yeah, the poplar's ready as well in both fields too, so yeah, quite a lot to do. But we're not going to do the poplar, I don't think. Unfortunately, we're not going to have time for that. Daggerwin's still demolishing the straw stack. I think he's just selling the straw. There's even more wool to sell as well, but I suppose you could go to the spinnery. There's also there's all the fabric pallets as well. We never got around to doing the clothes, but yeah, there's all this lot as well. Wow. And the eggs. Oh dear. Yeah, well, Daggerwin's determined we are going to finish this today, so we might not be able to get everything sold, but where's the lorry gone? It's there. There's still crops in the silo as well. Finishing a series, it's always, without fail, takes a lot longer than we'd expect. The corn could be sold, I think, now. I think the best price for corn is around now. January or June. We'll just go to the nearest sell point, I think, with this. There's not much of it. So the closest one is the Grain River silo, I think, to where I am at the moment. Let's just check that. Yeah, it's there. So we'll go there and we'll get this corn sold, and then we'll probably go and get the lettuce sold. Well, yeah, there was quite a lot of stuff to sell from the silo, but we've got all that done now. So one of the final jobs, although I think there might be still some more things. Yeah, Daggerwin's still loading some of the fabric, yes, the fabric and the wool as well. But yeah, this is the last big thing that we've got to sell, products-wise. I think Daggerwin's already sold the sawmill products, although there might have been a few more pallet spawns since then, but yeah, I think we've got most of it sold. So this is going to be interesting. This should be some good money here. I doubt it's all going to sell together, but no, it's not. I should have... Oh, yeah, should have strapped first. But yeah, we'll get it all sold. There we go. So we don't know what we got in total there, but if you can do some quick maths in your head, you'll probably have to work that out. About 270,000, I think. I didn't quite catch all the numbers there, but yeah, I was thinking it was over 200,000 for that, which has now brought us up to 2.27 million. Not bad, considering we've still got all of our equipment. Yeah, very, very good. It's always impressive at the end of the series. I'm always amazed how much we can make. Is Daggerwin putting them on that trailer? Or does he want this trailer? There is the fabric. I don't know, where's the best price of the fabric? Not the best month for it, but we've got to sell it now. Where's fabric? F. I'm being blind, I think. Where's F? There we go. Fabric. Yes, not a good month. Well, let's just go to the closest, which is the tailor shop. Do we own that? I don't think we do. So we'll tag that. Oh yeah, it's only there, so we can take it there. Oh, Daggerwin's already loading it onto that trailer, so he doesn't need this one. I think that's about all I can really do. There's no point doing anything with that wool really now, because it's not going to process in time, because this is pretty much the end. Yeah, at one point there I didn't think we were going to get this all done today, but apart from the selling of all the equipment, which I don't think we're going to do anyway, yeah, I think we've sold pretty much everything. Just those ones on there, and then that's it. It looks like there's another egg pallet spawned, but you can't do much about that. I'll just strap these on. It will, or is it just going to strap the floor? They happen to be placed directly between two straps and it's not going over the pallets. But hopefully they are strapped. Right, there we go. Oh, there's another one spawned. Almost everything. And then we're done, I think. What's the plan? I'm going to sell these. And then that's it, I think. So there's not far to go with these. Just make sure they're all strapped on properly. Yeah, I don't know why the pallets are now doing this weird glitchy thing. But, never mind. Okay, the tailor shop is only 800 metres away, so, or feet, 800 feet away, even closer. So, yeah, not too far to go for this. We'll go this way, I think, and then cut across to the left here, and then we'll be there, and we'll see what we can get for the final. I think these will be the final pallets of the series. Never sold here before. After all these episodes we've been doing on this series, I've never been here. But it's basically like all the other sell points. We just need to unstrap, and then there we go. Oh, almost 160,000 as well, even just for them. Wow, so impressive. When we get to this stage of the game, it is good. Shame we're finishing in a way, but we have to move on. I think it is time to move on. So, yeah, that's about it, I think, really. The last thing I will do just before we do completely finish is I will check the playground so we can see exactly how far we got with that. So I'll just park this up and I'll just see you over there in a second. Okay, we're at the playground now, and this is what it looks like. So I'm pretty sure this is not finished. It certainly doesn't look like a finished playground, but that is as far as we're going to get with it. Even though we've sold so much stuff here, and we've really been working hard to try and get it done, it looks like it's going to take quite a lot more work. or a lot more episodes or a lot more time to finish this. But yeah, you can tell what it's going to be. It's going to be some sort of pirate ship type thing, like a climbing frame pirate ship, I would say. Pretty impressive, but yeah, I wish we could have seen it finished, but I don't think it's going to be on this series, unfortunately. That's about all we're going to do today. Oh, it looks like Daggerwin's just bringing the final rope here. I can see him on the way. There he is. Here we go, he's in the pickup with the trailer. So there's going to be a bit more money coming in there. There we go. But that is it, I think. There's really not much more we can do. So I really hope you've enjoyed this episode and this series. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.